The impending National Convention of the All Progressives Congress, Nigeria's governing political party, seems to be generating a lot of debate both within and outside of the party. However, preparations for the convention have been overshadowed by political brickbats between certain members of its National Working Committee. Chairman of the APC's National Caretaker Committee, Governor Mai Malai Bunai of Yobe State, has critically been a common denominator in all the emerging chaos. How then can the party progress in order to effectively position for the 2023 general elections when it's expected to approach the Nigerian electorate for a revalidation of its current mandate?
Well, to help us try to get a clearer understanding of what's happening with the All Progressives Congress preparation for its national convention and a bit of perspective on the Electoral Amendment Bill controversy is Kingsley Fanwo, the Kogi State Commissioner for Information and Communication. Welcome to the program. Let's start with your thoughts regarding how the APC National Convention is shaping up.
Thank you very much. I also want to thank you guys and welcome you to a prosperous 2022. The All Progressives Congress, I think we must put all these things in the proper perspective. The All Progressives Congress is in excellent health as we talk. The party is progressing. The party is the party to beat, and there are no crises at all in the party. I think the issues that were raised before now had to do with the legality of the CPC of the party led by His Excellency Alhaji Mai But the Supreme Court, which is the highest court in the land, has laid that to rest by validating the position of His Excellency Mai. So it's not a legal matter anymore. So all the brouhaha that we're hearing about are just the creation of the opposition to try and steer some whirlwind in a teacup. So that's not happening. The party is doing very well. If you look at the congresses were largely successful. The congresses were supervised by the CPC, and it was quite very successful from the ward to the local government and the state. And the party is also preparing for the national convention. So the party is doing very well. And when you look at the Mai led CPC, they've done a lot in depopulating the major opposition party, which is the PDP, by bringing even some of their governors to the fold of the APC. So I think the PDP is trying to, or the opposition generally, don't let me mention the name of any political party here, they are trying to create a scenario that there is a problem in APC, but APC is in rude health.
Well, that's good to hear that there's no problems going on. But I just want to make sure that is it true that the Congress will be happening in February? There won't be any delays, will there?
Yeah, you're asking about the convention. There are a lot of permutations and a lot of abrasive political things going on in the party. Why some people think that the present leadership of the party is doing very well and should not alter the balance and strength of the party at this moment with a national convention that might further divide the party. But there is also a school of thought that think that the party should have what they call a proper structure in place by having all the National Working Committee in place and all of that. So you have all this school of thought in an attrition of interest that are playing out in the party. But, by and large, you have a CPC that is doing excellently well in moving the party forward, in stabilizing the party, in strengthening the party. And, that is what is most important to a lot of us that are members of the party at the moment, that our party is doing very well and attracting heavyweights across all other political parties. So it shows that even with the present leadership, with their performance, our party is ready to have a clean sweep of the 2023 general elections.
All right, then, let me quickly ask you your thoughts and for you to appraise the Mai Caretaker Committee. What's your assessment and your appraisal?
Brilliant, excellent. They've done excellently well. That committee has been able to organize congresses. The congresses have been very successful. They have also been able to stabilize the party and bring in new members, heavyweights, into the party. As you are aware, about 3 governors have joined the party. We are still expecting 2 more, even before our primaries will start. So it shows that the party is attractive under the leadership of Mai Mala Buni. And apart from that, when you look at the stability of the party at the moment, you will see that a lot of interest are being taken care of under the leadership of Mai Mala Buni. And nobody can accuse him of being controlled by any group within the party. He is for everybody and he is for nobody. And when you look at the support he's receiving from the national leader of the party, by virtue of the party constitution and structure, is the president and commander-in-chief of the armed forces. So the national leader of the party, who is the president, is giving him a lot of backing to be able to deliver on his mandate. And you are aware that the CECPC also emanated from the neck of the party. So it shows that the CECPC also derive its strength and power and constitutionality from the neck of the party. So I think by and large, he has done excellently well in stabilizing the party.
All right. Well, that's good to hear as well. Mr. Fanwo, let's talk about the electoral bill. It's been in a large bone of contention from both parties and all sides. We want to get your opinion on, of course, the controversial direct primaries clause and the fact that it hasn't been assented.
Thank you very much. When you look at the electoral bill amendment, the electoral law amendment bill that was sent to the president by the National Assembly, you have very many wonderful clauses and parts of the bill that should sail through. But the inclusion of the direct primary has been the only option. That straitjacket insertion was not good enough for our democracy. And you could see that Mr. President was well advised by the various shades of bodies that advised him, especially his Attorney General and Minister of Justice. He gave him a very brilliant advice on the electoral amendment bill. What is there is that there is no problem with direct primary, but restricting all political parties to direct primary is itself undemocratic. You have to give options. Democracy is about options. Democracy is about choosing from various options. So when you start restricting political parties to a particular type, tailoring their activities to a particular pattern, that on its own is grossly undemocratic. And you could see the reasons given by the president for not assenting to that. Those reasons are brilliant. They are poignant. They are democratic, they are patriotic, and we should applaud the president for that very wonderful decision. Our electoral law is what we guide our electoral process. In 2023, we are going into a very significant phase of our democracy where we are going to elect our leaders who will chart the course of development in the country. So we must get the process right. If we don't get it right from the laws, then we'll be having a very serious problem. So he has given them the opportunity to go and look at it again and let there be options. In the Constitution of the All Progressives Congress, for instance, there are options for nominating candidates for election. You have the directs, you have the indirects, you have the consensus. So there must be options for political parties to be able to adopt. It is not all parties that have the war chest that APC and PDP can boast of. And when you look at the cost on government and the difficulty in putting in place a membership register that will be able to meet the integrity and credibility test of such primaries, then you will just agree with me that it is not good enough to just restrict all political parties to direct primaries. So what the president has done is patriotic, is democratic, and should be applauded by all Nigerians.
All right, then, Kingsley Fanwo, the Kogi State Information and Communications Commissioner, would like to thank you for coming on the program. Many thanks.